Big day at Epic Universe, and for months we've been preparing you for the grand opening of Universal's Epic Universe, taking you behind the scenes of all of the excitement. The theme park officially opens in less than 48 hours, and Channel 9's Giovanni Diaz has been there since yesterday, and right now he's live inside of the park right at the entrance. Gio, I mean, this has to be the assignment of a lifetime.
Talk to me about the assignment of a lifetime indeed. Darlene, good afternoon to you and to everyone. We are here at Celestial Park, one of the 5 parks within Epic Universal. And with me today, I have Mr. Steve Tatham, right? You were the brain behind this whole thing.
One of the many brains is it takes a lot of people to make a park this exciting.
Talk to us about this incredible event that we are having here. This is a media day for, if you guys don't know, we are getting a behind the scenes first look at everything that's going on. Talk to us about the park.
We're so excited. We've been working on this park for a long time leading up to this week. So we're inviting the world to come in and see Universal Epic Universe, which is comprised of 5 worlds. This is called the Chronos. It leads into Celestial Park, which is the world that's in the middle of all the other worlds. We say that's the area where we put the park back in theme park. And then we have what we call portals, which are these doorways that lead to other worlds. And there's 4 other worlds around Celestial Park.
Incredible. Now talk to us about the technology, because this is one of the things that I'm really impressed as I walk around and see the whole park here. There's so many details. It's incredible.
Yes, it's the most technologically advanced park that we've done. It's amazing when you see the animated figures come to life. They're so real. They're unlike any figures that have ever been created. We also have an incredibly high level of immersion and interactivity so that you can interact with the park. And we use technology throughout the whole park to make the guest day more entertaining and more seamless and more just easy to get around and experience and access all the entertainment and attractions.
Now, it was one thing that folks should not miss when they come to visit.
Well, I mean, there are 11 rides, but there are really more than 50 attractions and experiences and things to do. There's 2 amazing live shows that people should not miss. And all the lands and worlds and all the gardens all come to life because you can meet monsters, you can meet dragons, you can meet Vikings. Wherever you are inside of Epic Universe, the worlds have come to life.
Thank you so much. And one of the things that you said is actually one of the things that I got to experience today. So earlier today, we visited the island of Burke, where the movie How to Train Your Dragon is placed at. They have 3 rides there, and that's the largest land here at Epic Universe. We've been to 2 rides there. They were very interactive. As Steve just mentioned, one of them is Dragon Races Rally. You can actually wiggle the wings of the dragon, and your seat actually moves around it. So depending on how fast you move the wings, you can actually spin around and do like a 360 there. It's really, really incredible. Darlene, back to you.
All right, thanks, Gio. But before you go, as you just heard, I'm sure, today is expected to be the hottest day of the year. How are they keeping folks cool out there?
I mean, Darlene, let me tell you something. I think people are having so much fun here they don't even care about the heat. But I have my fan here right in front of me. I have another fan all the way in my back. I cannot tell you how hot it is, but it is worth it because it's a lot of fun. It's very interactive. One thing that I would mention that it's very sprawling, so it's a very large space, so there's not a lot of covered area. So like keep that in mind if you come down to the park here in the next 2 days for the grand opening. Reporting here at Epic Universe, I'm Giovanni Diaz, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
All right, thanks, Gio. So I just asked on your behalf. Certified meteorologist Daniel McFarland says it's 89 there, but it feels like 94, 95. So yeah, it's hot. A regional landmark that was the hope for the massive traffic circle outside of Universal's Epic Universe. And after years of construction, this is actually here now, an elevated circle, and the road below is actually what leads visitors over to Epic Universe. Alexa Lorenzo spoke with Orange County leaders about how it will free up traffic in the area.
It's been a long time coming.
It's been 25 years in the making.
No, we're not talking about Epic Universe. We're talking about the Kirkman Road Extension Project. For years, drivers only had iDrive in Universal Boulevard. And Orange County's Ken Leeming says people were desperate for another north-south road option. Then in came Universal with plans for its new park.
That allowed for the partnership to join hands and and make the project a reality.
From concept to construction and now completion, Channel 9 has tracked it all. This was a massive undertaking, and from Drone 9, you're able to see the elevated traffic circle that drivers are getting used to in this area ahead of Universal Orlando's Epic Universe grand opening.
This is not a project for Universal alone. It's a project for Orange County residents.
We drove through. Drivers heading to Epic Universe on southbound Kirkman will go up the circle and into the park. Local traffic on Kirkman stays down below. Northbound Kirkman does not have a ramp onto the circle. Epic traffic will turn into the park.
And you also have the dedicated transit lanes, which means that buses are not stuck in traffic.
Leeming says more drivers will start taking Kirkman now, freeing up those other north-south options. He's worked on dozens of different projects throughout his highway construction career. But this
tops the list.
Not because of the magnitude or appeal of the elevated circle, but because of the relief for residents and the overall benefit for local traffic.
This is number one, for sure.
Alexa Lorenzo, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
We want to get you back out to that Epic Universe Media Day where they allow the media inside of Universal's Epic Universe today to get a peek inside of all of the lands there. The park officially opening in less than 48 hours. Channel 9's Giovanni Diaz has spent the last day there. He started yesterday and went on there again this morning to continue seeing what's inside. Gio, what's the best part so far?
Darlene, it's so hard to answer that question because there's just so much going on here. But I must say, I think the one that I've enjoyed the most so far is the Super Nintendo World. I'm here wearing my power band that they gave to me at the beginning of our visit there. But I want to start with you so you can take a look at the pictures that we have from the Isle of Burke. That's just one of the two parts of the park that we actually were able to visit today. Isle of Burke is actually the land where the movie How to Train Your Dragon actually happens. You look around and it definitely feels like stepping into that universe. The technology, I must tell you, is the most impressive part of this park here. So many details in every single character, not only the live characters that you actually interact with, but also and especially those powered by animatronics. Earlier today, I actually spoke with a person with the technical director, one of them, who actually explained a little bit about the amount of work that went into putting those characters together. Take a listen to how he explains that.
We have a bunch of elements scattered throughout the land beyond the main attractions themselves that are technically complex and do require quite a bit to design, develop, and maintain. So keeping that within this immersive Viking world while being technically complex was the biggest challenge, but we definitely overcame it.
And they pulled off very nicely. So from the Viking world, we go into the Super Nintendo world. Again, my favorite so far. They have so many, cool things that you interact with. We have the bands like I showed you, and as you go around you touch the things and then the things just move and then you get points and you can actually compete with people wearing the bands. So it's just impressive the amount of work that went into this to make it so specific and so technological. Now I must say, although it's actually breezy here right now, it's been hot, you guys. The temperature is about 92 degrees the last time I checked, but feels like much hotter than that, like 100 degrees plus, I must say. And I'm originally from Brazil. I'm used to this, but this is very, very hot. I'm reporting here live at Epic Universe. I'm Giovanni Diaz, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
We, of course, have been covering the grand opening of Universal's Epic Universe theme park. Our Epic Insider also there.
Yeah, Beatrice Oliveira takes us through something unique about one of the worlds. Here's a look.
One of the coolest things about Nintendo World is that you walk through the iconic green tube into Princess Peach's castle, which is in the Mushroom Kingdom, and then you go through the double doors and into this colorful video game. It is inspired by Mario and his friends, and all you see, everything is moving around, everything is colorful, there's music playing. It is a very interactive part of Epic Universe. And over here you have Princess Peach greeting a bunch of her guests in the Mushroom Kingdom. You have the mystery box, which if you have the power-up band, you can interact with it. Down here you have Toadstool Cafe, and in the background you have Browser's Castle.
We're in the final countdown to the opening of Universal Orlando's new theme park, Epic Universe, and we've been giving you an inside look at all the fun things to do at the park once the gates swing open for the rest of us. Today, our own Giovanni Diaz and Epic insider Beatrice Oliveira got to explore the park today, and you can see by the smiles on their faces, they had a good time on some of the exciting rides that they were able to experience. Channel 9's Giovanni Diaz now joins me live outside the park. Gio, what's the maybe most surprising part of the park to you so far?
Hey Greg, I think really everywhere you go, everything you touch kind of moves a little bit, you know, here around this park. So I feel like definitely the technology is really the most interesting part of the park so far. I mean, everything is kind of super exciting, but definitely when you see the activity and the technology that goes into every single detail is very interesting to see that. But also, one of the cool things that I've noticed here during our first day is that when you go to the parks and you put your stuff in the locker before going to a ride, here at this new park at Epic Universe, instead of getting a ticket to go to the ride and then get your stuff back at the end, they scan your face. There's a facial recognition system now that they use. So instead of actually getting a ticket, they just know who you are. And then at the end of your ride, you just go back, it scans your face again, and they give your stuff back. So that's pretty cool, and also safer and easier. Let's face it, nobody wants to walk around with the ticket. You never know, if you go through a water ride, then it's gone forever. Now, we've been to two lands today. The first land we actually visited was the Isle of Berk. That's the land where the movie How to Train Your Dragon actually takes place, and you look around. Again, it definitely feels like you're stepping into that universe. The technology, once again, just the most interesting, impressive part of this park here. So many details in every single character, not only with the live characters, but especially those powered by animatronics. And then when you go from the Viking world to the Super Nintendo world, it's a major shift. And again, that's the cool part here at Epic Universe, because every single land is so different from one another. They have some cool bands that we wear as we go through the park, and you interact with the props, you interact with everything that's around you. You can play games with people, so that's really fun. And also, at Super Nintendo, we actually got the chance to eat, because they have a whole food menu inspired by the Super Nintendo world. And for the lucky ones who tried and the fans, they really enjoyed it. Take a listen to one of the fans told me. Daria, one of the things that I keep hearing is that the food here is absolutely fantastic. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I just had a mango smoothie and it was delicious.
Oh my God. What is the best part of the park so far for you?
Oh, this part here is fantastic. I was surprised. I was expecting a lot, but it was like out of this world. It's fantastic. I think for the Mario Bros fans, it's gonna be a dream.
Do you think our fellow... It really was a dream for Mario Bros fans like myself. And coming up at 6 o'clock, we hear how the new park, how Epic Universe is actually changing the world of TikTokers. That's coming up at 6 o'clock. Reporting live here from Epic Universe, I'm Giovanni Diaz, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Tonight, Channel 9 getting you ready for Orlando's first new theme park in 25 years, Universal's Epic Universe. Take a look at the countdown. The park officially opening in less than 48 hours. And right now we have an epic sneak peek before it officially opens to the public. Channel 9's Giovanni Diaz got to ride on one of the roller coasters today. Take a look. And Gio, to say you were having fun on that ride, certainly an understatement. You got the best gig today, it seems.
I really have, Martha. I mean, I've been having the best fun over the past 2 days here at Epic Universe. My producer, Beatrice Oliveira, and I have been everywhere here. We started the day at Isle of Berk. We actually walked around, and we walked around a lot because that's the largest land here in the park. We spoke with Vikings, we walked to and flew with dragons, and it was so much fun. Now, after that Viking world, we actually went to the Super Nintendo world, my favorite. That's where we got to interact with the props and play with our powerful bands there. Today here is Media Day, so there's a lot of people from everywhere in the world, and also from the world of TikTok. For some content creators, Epic Universal is kind of a big deal.
In the end of the day, it's a big scenario. It's like always Instagrammable. Like everybody look at, oh my gosh, I want to take a picture, even us. So I can tell you by all the influencers, TikTokers, and friends of mine that I have, personalities, celebrities, everybody's excited. So I can feel how big it's going to be, how huge it's going to be to Orlando to have this new park. I'm super excited.
We are all super excited, right? We'll have a full wraparound of this coverage later today starting at 10 o'clock. Reporting live here from Epic Universe, I'm Giovanni Diaz, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
It is almost time for the grand opening of Epic Universe. You can see the clock counting down. We've been doing it all week for you right there. It is the first major theme park to open in Central Florida in more than 25 years.
It may be tough to find tickets for day one, but we'll take you behind the scenes ahead of the big day. We continue with our Giovanni Diaz. He again spent the day at the park. Gio, when I woke up this morning and turned on the news, you were there. And as we go to bed tonight, you're still there. It looks like you've had a lot of fun, bud.
Lots of fun, but Greg, lots of work and lots of walking too. This place is massive, and today we got the chance to actually experience two of the main worlds here. Take a look. Welcome to the Isle of Berk, our first stop at Epic Universe. This is the world of the movie How to Train Your Dragon, and of course, dragons are everywhere.
We had the help of all of our Vikings, of course. They had an integral part in telling us how to create the Isle of Berk.
Take a close look at the features, animatronics, and careful design, bringing to life fan favorites like Toothless the dragon and the twins Rough Nut and Tough Nut.
It's sneak, surprise, and spray.
Beyond the main attractions themselves that are technically complex and do require quite a bit to design, develop, and maintain.
And just a few steps away, the Viking theme turns into the Super Nintendo world. Here, it's all about interacting with the sets with your power band. Basically, every time you get to the park and you get to this part of the park, the Super Nintendo world, you can actually just play around and then get your points. Oh, there's no points left. There you go. One more. One more, one more. And then you keep going until you finally get all the points you have, and then you can actually compete with other people. Donkey Kong is a big deal around here. This ride is the Minecart Madness, the first of its kind in the United States. I'm very excited about it. I'll see you on the other side. The other ride that looks just like this is all the way in Japan. And to wrap up the first day, food. How would you like a Super Mario-inspired restaurant?
Our main man, you can't have one without him. Chef Toad insists that this is our main burger.
Okay.
So it's the Mario burger. So amazing burger, mushrooms, special sauce, bacon.
Influencers, TikTokers, and YouTubers also taking their chance to enjoy the park.
All the influencers, TikTokers, and friends of mine that I have, personalities, celebrities, everybody's excited. So I can feel how big it's going to be, how huge it's going to be to Orlando to have this new park. I'm super excited.
I'm so excited also. And tomorrow is Harry Potter and Dark Universe. We'll take you all around throughout the day. Reporting live here from Epic Universe tonight, I'm Giovanni Diaz, WFTV Tonight.
Your hair looks as great as it did very early this morning, and even after riding the coasters there. All right. Gio was not there alone. WFTV digital content creator and Epic insider Beatrice Oliveira has been on the ground taking in the details of Epic Universe. And as she shares with us, the park takes on a new form after dark. This was her reaction entering the Dark Universe.
At night, you can really see the fog coming out. It gives that spooky, shadowy feeling. You really see the details of the lights in different places, and you can really see the light at Frankenstein Manor. It looks like there's lightning coursing through the mansion, and you really don't know what's gonna come after you and spook you in the dark.
Gio and Beatrice will be showing us much more of Dark Universe tomorrow, and our coverage of the grand opening of Epic Universe continues online at WFTV.com. Then join us on Thursday as we celebrate the milestone moment in Central Florida's tourism industry on Eyewitness News this morning, beginning at 4:30 a.m.